So here's a sneak peek at the final product. I call this the Overlanding Cube. I think it's a very innovative custom design, so you can access everything from three sides, the back, the side, and even from the front as well. Different components and different compartments. It comes with Overland Vehicle Systems drawer here. Also, this unit comes with extra prep space and a chopping board. And the pantry. The build of this took a little while. I've cut it down into 3 phases, and that was quite literally blood, sweat, and tears went into this project. I figured I'd show you my setup here. Mostly a DeWalt kit. That's most of my hand tools, and there's my DeWalt wall. And I mentioned the truck bed coating, which I'm using for the interior surfaces. Exterior will probably be some car carpeting, and using the Craig joinery rig jig system. So you'll see that in a moment. And my workbench is actually a back table from the OR, so surgical technicians would put the sterile instruments on top. And of course, I keep my tools down below. It is on wheels, which I like. Many people wouldn't, but it makes it very functional. Jump seat and the Overlanding Cube platform. Yeah, that's gonna work. I picked up some flathead screws, which I'll use for the drawer system. Yeah, so these will get recessed into there. Alright, that should do. Always use safety glasses. This will fall off. So just support like that. Let's see if that works. Glasses. What do you know? That actually works. Cool. All right. This is the base, and I've sprayed it with some bed liner. So I got that done. So now I've got a platform for the rest of the build. And I build the second piece right here. This will be the first upright and go next to the drawer systems. And this contour here, of course, will match the contour on the OVS left-hand drawer setup. All right, so I got my 2 vertical pieces cut. Now comes the creative part. We're gonna custom fit a lot of the supplies into the right side of the cube. and I'm not exactly sure on the measurements, so we're just gonna put it all together, kind of dry fit it, and go from there. Kind of making this up as I go along. I'm just going to hand screw a couple of these in just to make sure I'm in the right spot. Okay, that'll work. This piece will go here, like so. This is the piece we just cut. It's going to go right here. Alright, so now it's starting to take shape at least. I've got to rearrange this some more. But now I'm going to start putting some supplies in there so we can get exact dimensions. The main thing is I need access right here, and I need access right here. We'll have to put this into the rig itself. Finally, secure the top. Alright, good luck with that. Alright, this is the challenging part that I wasn't too sure about. This side panel obviously is very close to the set of drawers here, and I don't want the screws visible on this side, so I'm going to screw in from the other side, which means I got to, of course, take the drawers away, but then how do I stop this from shifting and getting in the wrong spot? So I'm just going to take this, there's a nice straight edge here. I'll use that piece of wood, clamp it down, and that way I'll know exactly where to drill. There we go. Alright, that's looking good, but there's going to be a few edges which are still visible a little bit, so I just want to touch up if I can. And I just need to see the exact dimensions of this Dometic water dispensable system, and I need to be able to pull this out this way in order to access this and refill it. So we're going to have a wedge out here for sure. All right, and look at this. We get our first view at the jet boil system next to the Dometic, so both of those are going to fit in nicely there. So I do want to put a little bit of a lip on the bottom here so the Dometic won't slide off. I'm thinking about 1 inch. And that should be good. All right. This is artistic carpentry. Kind of make it up as we go along. There's no measuring, it's just lining up. That's the way I like to do it. Now notice, we've also got this great space right here. And I've got a plan for that. But we need to put a backstop in here. But I want to have access from this side as well as the back side. So we need to cut a section out of our side panel for that. Otherwise, look. Backboard's done. That's going to go right there. Sweet. Let's see if I have enough paint in here. I'm running low. I may have to get some more. See how this works. All right. I think that's a fail. And through the miracles of editing, Ta-da! Alright, so after making those adjustments with the back stop for the main drawer, I've adjusted the measurements here on the side panel. So let's cut those now. Glasses again. Crap. Alright, this is an artist's mistake right here, but the good news is this is covered with car carpeting, so nobody will ever know. Don't tell anybody, okay? That's an odd shape, but we'll see if it works. So the tricky thing about this is I've got to be able to think in 3 dimensions. So now that I've set up this side panel, I'm realizing behind here is a whole space to access. So my plan now is to put a window in here so we can access that from inside the vehicle. Alright, this is an unusual piece of wood, but that's how that's going to look. Excellent. Of course, this side's going to be covered with carpeting, so I need to spray the inside. So from this part going forward, I'm going to have to start building inside the truck because it's going to get too heavy otherwise. This video is going to be phase 1 of the full build-outs. I'll have 3 videos on the build-outs, and then of course after that we'll do a full walkthrough on all the systems and how functional they are. If you missed the original Tremor Expedition video, my intro video, then I have a link up here that explains why I picked the 2025 Ford Expedition Tremor package and what makes it very unique for overlanding experience, at least in the way I envision it. So if this is inspirational to you, by all means hit that like button down below, and if you want to get notifications of future Tremor Expedition videos, then be sure and subscribe.